You're listening to Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official podcast of Lingerie Fighting Championships. And now, here's your host, Michael Larkin.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official LFC Lingerie Fighting Championships podcast. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me today, first and foremost, not only an amazing referee, but also an amazing talent all in all, one of my favorite people to talk to, the one, the only Miss Saskia Sharman. How are you, Saskia?
Hey, I'm great, thank you.
Of course, first and foremost, I always look at it like this. It's so funny because before we got on air, Saskia and I were talking about this, and I mean this wholeheartedly to everyone over in the UK and just every great female talent that we have in this thing that we call life. I got to tell you, it's been a year since the LFC UK shows. Still rock it, still hold up to this day. But I got to tell you, time does fly, and you still made a hell of an impression on that event.
Yeah, that was such a fun event, and people still talk about it. What a great night it was. Absolutely loved it. Really enjoyed doing it. It was an absolute pleasure. Loved it.
I think you also added your spice, and I say this all the time, with how you dressed as the ref and how you added your own little sex appeal and your overall authenticity to it. I think what was so cool about it, too, is we've mentioned so many times, but the bouts with Got Delilah and Riley Jade, the bout with Jolene and Bella, you had your work cut out for you as well. Same with Raylan and Nadia Sapphire. But I think you did an amazing job. But I got to tell you, you definitely got the LFC experience full throttle and full on.
I certainly did, and those girls, my goodness, they're a feisty bunch, aren't they? Having to step in and separate them and tell them off and pick them up and slam them down and give them a good telling off and a sorting out when it got out of control.
And she gives Riley Jade the finger and gets a low kick for it. They're locked up, they've got the clinch. She's taken the back.
Delilah almost going for a standing arm triangle there.
She's rolled her over, and I feel like Delilah was almost rocked when she hit the ground right there. Riley Jade doing a great job. She's got the back. She's landing the shot. She's elbowing the shoulder. Let's see if she can lock the submission in this moment.
And almost got her in a bow and arrow choke there. How are you doing that without a gi?
You know, look, the referee's looking closely. I think she's going to get the tap. She's got the tap. She passes the guard. She gets the inverted triangle.
Ends up in a scissors chokehold.
Squeezing with the thighs.
Jolene Hex almost wearing Bella Ink like a gas mask.
Listen, you see Jolene's face. She's going red. I don't know if she can breathe. They're both in the same submission. Bella's struggling. Jolie's struggling. The referee's keeping a close eye onto it. Bobby, I'll be honest, we might see the first double submission for the first time. Look, they're both out. Listen, we went from MMA to BKFC. Oh!
This was a match and now it is a fight.
Yeah, right hand to the face. And the referee tries to step in. The referee gets pushed away. Big elbows to the belly. Both fighters are turning on the referee.
And these women did not know they'd be fighting until they saw the promotional poster. But they know they're fighting now. They are. Nasty kick to the body from Ray Lynn. And again.
She's shaky. She's rocky. I think one kick to the face will do it. She is down. I think one. Oh! Danny Mo caught the kick.
And we're going to see the power bomb. Oh! Beautiful!
Well, that's the thing too about it is I think when it comes to the LFC in UK, and I've said this so many times that it bears repeating, and I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it's so true. I think going over to the UK or anything internationalized and spreading that, I think what's so cool about it is not only do we get to see great people like yourself and so many of those amazing women and those amazing athletes, but you definitely need that expenditure. I always equate it like this, and this may be a weird analogy, but look at it like the Backstreet Boys in the era of pop music. Like if you well, for those that don't know, they started like really before they really hit it big in America. Like they were doing Germany, they were doing all over the UK. Like the Backstreet Boys of the pop genre got like really big in the UK first before they got to the US. So I mean, it has its way. You people in the UK are just really killing it, and also you have such a rabid fan base. So I got to give a shout out to the international side.
It just makes me laugh that you bring up the Backstreet Boys. I just think they have such an unsavory band name. Getting up to all sorts of dodgy things in back streets.
I happen to agree with you on that. First and foremost, the fact that you brought that up is hilarious. Number one, but number two. But it's so true, too, because it's like those guys have been around for 30 years, and here in the States, they have their own Las Vegas residency. And I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, they do. And they're like, I swear to God, like, God bless them. Like, they're all like dads now, and it's all the friggin' like moms that grew up with them now. But it's great. Like, they still have such a huge following.
Well, I didn't know that. I've learned something now.
Well, look at the UK. Y'all had Five for a little bit, and Five is still doing the tours for back in the day, for those who remember that. So, yeah, Five is still killing it over there in the UK. But I got to say, that's the beauty of the art forms that we have, folks, whether it's music, wrestling, or LFC. You never know who you're going to attract and gravitate towards. And I think you can agree with me on this, Saskia. And I always say this, and I think I love always putting this analogy out there, and I include you in these sentiments. Not only are the muscle mommies and just the amazing women of such size, stature, and overall girth and everything, like I got to tell you, the muscle mommies are taking over. You're definitely a part of that. We've seen you put in the work at the gym, my friend.
Absolutely. And I just think muscle mummies are taking over at the moment. The ladies are absolutely killing it in the gyms. The muscle mummies are really, really on it at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. I think when we look at from the marketing strategy, what we've seen growing up with magazines and everything, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the blonde types and everything. I love all women shapes and sizes. But I think in this day and age, a lot of men, and I can speak from the male point of view here, we all love the dominant, the muscle mommies, not just for the fact that you guys are just absolutely stoic with what you do and overall have that natural beauty and just size and strength. But I think it's one of those things, too, where men just enjoy the overall confidence, the swag, and it really comes with the attributes and qualities.
I think a lot of men do. I think a lot of men who are comfortable in themselves do. A lot of men that aren't comfortable in themselves can be intimidated by it.
I definitely feel you on that end, and I think there's that intimidation factor because I'll be honest with you. I look at a woman like yourself, Saskia, and I got to tell you, I've seen what you've done in the ring, and I've seen what you've done as a whole, man. You definitely have that, dare I say, versatile, dare I say, the viciousness. It's kind of like one of the things, too, it's like I wouldn't want to get on your bad side, but also, number two, I'm quite intrigued of what I get and what I'm into. So there's that sense of just overall, dare I say, just not only intimidation, but curiosity, so to speak.
Yeah, well, it's always best to keep people guessing and keep people on their toes. But yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of me. I can tell you that.
Absolutely not if the LFC UK events or anything. And I have to ask you on this side. Now, the LFC has an academy open in Europe now, which is awesome because having it go on international side, I think it's great. But also we got LFC Road to Italy coming very soon. They're going to be going Italian side. Hey, Mambo Italiano, if you will. How excited are you to see these events transpire? And now that we have our own little LFC academy in Europe, definitely opens a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I know Little Goth Bat. She's doing it. She's from the UK. I think she's from Manchester.
Yep.
She's doing it. So yeah, it's great. Certainly a lot closer than America.
I look at it from a stance like this. I think, and I'll say this about not only the UK, but the rabid fan base that you have. I think what we've seen with wrestling and so many training schools opening, which is such a necessity, promote it right from the business standpoint, but also treat and train your athletes to such a high standard. I think that's really what we need, especially more in the UK. I think a lot of people really get to introduce and really incorporate a lot of their skills and technique. And to see that even come to the UK side definitely does wonders for a lot of people, especially for those who are new to the product, but also number two, who've never really experienced such a thing. You definitely get that little spice and variety to it.
Yeah, I think so, definitely with wrestling, and I think jiu-jitsu has become very popular as well recently. More and more females are taking that up, which is absolutely great, because it is very male dominated. So more and more women are taking that up, to give men's asses a good kicking in the ring or on the mats.
I look at it from a stance like this. And first of all, another thing that you also said that is so perfect there. And I can honestly say this. I think we've grown from a time, and there are always going to be those assholes out there. And as they say, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them. But I got to tell you something, Saskia. It's one of those things too, where back in the day, if you saw women, which by the way, jujitsu, another one of the greatest art forms, such discipline and such great tactics and strength, and there I say overall chessmate, if you will, with the science behind it. But I think in this day and age where a lot of people would consider the bodybuilding side, or if women wanted to get into such sports like the jiu-jitsu and such art forms as professional wrestling and anything from that front, I think back in the day we always had that stigma of like, with bodybuilders who, do that. Take for instance China, it would be like referred to as like mannish for any women to do that. But I think in the year 2026 we've grown to expand our horizons and just showcase our creativity. So I think it's really important for people to be diverse and multiculturalism, and that makes our beautiful world in its own right. So I think we're coming together to some degree.
I would have hoped so, yeah, in 2026. Yeah, we're not living in the bloody dark ages anymore where women have to stay at home and stay in the kitchen. We're perfectly capable of doing all these different martial arts and combat sports and all of that just as much as men.
Absolutely. And you're talking to someone who lived in a house with four women, by the way. When I was growing up, a lot of the people I was surrounded by was my mother, my grandmother, God rest her soul, and my aunt. And really being around that women household definitely gives you not only the respect and discipline, but I got to tell you something. It's a great appreciation and the love and the tact that goes with said women. So I think we definitely need to open up our eyes and expand our horizons in many things.
Yes, and I'm guessing it taught you how to have the patience of a bloody saint as well, didn't it, with all those women in the house?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, two of my biggest male role models were my grandfather, God rest his soul, and my father, still doing his thing. But yeah, a lot of women in the household, and you're like the only kid in there that's the male there.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a great balance and a lot of personality. But I got to tell you something, never was a dull moment. Let's put it that way. Never was a dull
Yeah.
moment.
It taught you good life skills.
Absolutely, absolutely. And speaking of amazing life skills, I got to tell you something, y'all. We mentioned the gym and just your overall press. I got to tell you, let's talk about the gym side of things for a second, because Saskia, I got to tell you, with all the reps that you're putting in and all the strength and everything, constantly on the grind, I got to tell you, those gym videos on your social media definitely are, dare I say, an inspiration. Definitely bring that overall fire to it, man. You've been crushing it.
Yeah, I always crush it in the gym. It's part of my life. It always has been. It always will be. It's just part of my daily routine. I absolutely love it, and I always will till the day I die, probably.
Well, that's the main thing too. I think not only staying positively proactive, but there's a sense of just going in the gym, hitting the reps, and just hitting the presses and everything that just makes you not only feel good, it all overall makes you feel just overall, dare I say, triumph and overall just satisfied. But it definitely gives you that adrenaline rush, so to speak. And I think a lot of people need to just, whether it's your mental health or your physical health, just take care of yourself all around.
Yeah, definitely. I can't stand laziness. I can't stand laziness, and I can't stand greediness. Um, so yeah, people just need to get their asses moving and get motivated, get moving, and make it part of your lifestyle and your daily routine, and it becomes natural,
I
becomes a
think
habit.
oh,
And
it's
it does
one.
make you feel great. It makes you feel amazing. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's one of those things too. And I say this about people in general. I think in general in life, it's another day, it's another blessing, as I always say. But at the end of the day, too, it's like, why do you want to just focus on negatives when you can be putting out a lot of positives in the world, and positives within yourself internally and externally are so keen. So I think really getting out there and staying motivated and just showcasing your passion really uplifts people. And that's really what we're about, uplifting through our words and our actions, so to speak, and empowering at the
Good,
same time.
yeah. Hopefully it motivates people to get off their asses and get moving. And it doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be hours and hours a day. You can go for 45 minutes, an hour, get it done, and that's it done for the day. And it makes you feel good for the rest of the day. It's a tiny amount out of your day.
Well, I mean, with your videos and how you dominate over here, I can definitely say you definitely motivate people. I mean, you say it in the bluntest of terms, but there's a lot of good intentions behind it.
I do say it in the blunt of terms, yeah. Yeah, I don't sugarcoat things. I say it like it is.
As you should. I think a lot of people definitely need to hear that. And I think it definitely
Yeah.
comes across, definitely so. And I mean, on the other side of things, if y'all have not been checking her out on the wrestling front, man, I got to tell you, from your clips, your vids, and everything that you've been putting out there, I got to talk to you about some of these amazing women. First, let's talk about Rosie, because you and Rosie have such a great chemistry together. Talk about working with her. We've seen it from the front of wrestling and just in general. You definitely have those vibes with it.
Yeah, we work really well together. We film content together. We wrestle together. She's a lovely girl. Enjoy spending time with her and wrestling with her.
It's one of those things too, like another one that I'll even put up there with you. We saw her at the LFC UK event. Nadia Sapphire is another one where I got to tell you something. The curves, the word, spins the verb. You and Nadia had some fun. I saw you putting her in some camel clutches and just rolling around the ring with her. You two, y'all two definitely had that overall vibes and the swag with it.
Yeah, again, that's a lot of fun. Now, Nadia's a pro wrestler.
Mhm.
I'm a grappler. So when we come together, it's a kind of a mixture of the pro and the grappling all rolled into one. So it's quite a strange combination, but a fun mixture. We were filming recently. I filmed with Nadia, Phoenix Star, who I absolutely love working with. She's a fantastic wrestler. Really love her. And Supernova, I worked with. All great girls. That was a great shoot. We made some great content. So yeah, check it out if you can. All our content is on Clips for Sale. Some red hot matches there.
Definitely worth the viewing pleasure, so to speak. I mean, shout out to Phoenix Star. Saw her compete in LFC as well. First and foremost, when y'all are not punching each other's booties and wrestling each other, I gotta tell you, man, it definitely makes her a great pairing. She's another one that is just so feisty and spicy. She definitely rocks it.
Yeah, she's great. And although we tend to take it out on each other when we're in the ring, we do like each other. It's only in the ring where we get to roll around and grapple and end up slapping booties or punching booties.
I'm just saying, sometimes we all need a good booty punching. That's all I'm saying.
Of
After what we saw,
course,
yeah.
yeah.
uh, it's so funny too. I think we all have such unique preferences when it comes to the sessions wrestling style or filming the customs and the content that you ladies do. And I think it's one of those things too. Like I could see you doing some ball busting stuff, dressing as a nurse or dressing as like a cop or whatever, man. You definitely know how to role play and definitely put on a great scene on that front.
Yeah, I absolutely love ball busting. It's one of my favorite things to do. I really love it. I love putting on the big high heel boots and causing some real damage. There's nothing that pleases me more.
It's so funny that we mentioned this. First of all, that it's become such a popular genre and category for a lot of people to really get into. But also at the same time, too, I've had a couple of girls who have done sessions wrestling here on the pod, and a lot of them have actually said and put that up into the hierarchy of what they love. Just the fact of just, a fist or a kick or a boot right to the nutsack is just like very satisfying and empowering for a lot of these amazing ladies.
I can't describe how satisfying it is. Yeah. Yeah, but also these men love it as well. They go wild over it. So we're both getting fun from it.
That was going to be my follow-up. I'm like, but can you believe like how men just love getting really kicked rat sack right back in the
Yeah,
suckerini?
and just to say as well, consent is always given when we do these type of things. You know, there's an agreement beforehand on what happens. We don't just go in there with high heel boots and start kicking any old person.
It's not a case where you just go in there and you said, all right, I'm going to motion my foot and I'm going to rear back and kick you in the nuts. That's not what's happening. But that's the thing too. First of all, I'm glad that you brought that up too, because not only consent, but I think if you want to make the clientele and who you're working with, not only keep it safe and spectacular, but also at the same time too, you never know what somebody's going through. So you're definitely evoking those emotions and you're making someone's day, even if it's by kicking them right in the nuts or just doing the ball busting sessions.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are really getting to expand their horizons and also be creative too and not feel shamed for what they like. And I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's therapy.
It is,
therapy,
and I think
for everybody.
Absolutely, and I think you bring up such a good point with the therapy side of things, because I think a lot of people, if you don't understand it, that's fine. But I think if you also understand where that person's coming from, and also just you could say let their freak flag fly, which is a common phrase, but at the end of the day, too, you have to be comfortable with thyself. If that's what you're comfortable and you like, who are we to judge? Just go out there and fucking do it.
Yeah, go for it. Life is too short to not do what you want to do or not do because you're worried about other people's opinions.
And it's one of those things where I got to tell you something about opinions and what you do. We got to give a shout out to our girl, Mel Fire, who had a bout that was amazing with Jolene Hex in the UK. Y'all had some handcuffs going in there. Y'all had some chokes. You had some scissors. You had a fun little session there with Mel Fire. I got to tell you.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I loved wrestling with Mel Fire. She's a great wrestler. She's very skilled. I think she's a brown belt now.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Yeah, really, really enjoyed wrestling with her.
She's one of those ones where not only just badassery with her look and her stature. She's got the tat, she's got the internal and external beauty. She's another one that can really rock it. And I think one of those things too, like putting her in the main event slot with Jolene, definitely accelerated and really lifted her up to her stature. But god dang it, man. Another powerful figure in focus.
Yes, another feisty female. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And I think what's so cool about it too, as well as also we'll give a shout out to Kinky Cat and Katie and all these women that you've worked with, because god dang it, man, like from the boxing side of things and everything, y'all did some boxing bouts. Like that was so cool to see.
Yeah, so Kinky Cat is new onto the scene. She's done a boxing session, a couple of wrestling sessions, some filming and some photo shoots, and she's absolutely killing it. She's doing great. She's doing really well. I'm really enjoying it.
Absolutely. I think that's the main thing about anything that you do and enjoy it to the fullest and live life to the fullest. But I think with her stance and her being so relatively new, I got to tell you, I think she's going to do a lot of wonders going forward because the boxing scene and the overall, just the overall customs and everything, you definitely get to learn a lot and you'll definitely adapt and grow from what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah, I think she'll do really well. She's got that look. She looks strong. She's fit. She's powerful. So yeah, I think she'll do ever so well.
We have so many amazing things that we got to talk about that so well because, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not seen this fight, we got to get into this because, first of all, I want to know how you got involved with this because if y'all have not checked out MWM, I got to tell you something right now. MWM brings you such great action. It's such a thrilling and fun event with such a variety involved. I think it's definitely something worth watching. It's definitely something worth attending. And speaking of attending, you attended and fought at this great event against Robyn Quinn. And I got to tell you, you two put on a hell of a bout. If you guys have not checked it out, the full fight's on YouTube and go to MWM to check it out. How did you get involved with MWM? Because they are such great and they're really up on the rise in their own right.
Yeah, so I followed MWM for a little while, and out of the blue, I had a message from Cam, the owner of MWM, saying that she's putting on Fight Night 3 and she needs another girl to wrestle. She said she's been stalking my Instagram for a while and watching what I've been doing, and would I like to join the event? And I said, yeah, I'd love to. I really love to.
Can we also just give a shout out to Cam because not only does she provide and promote these amazing events, but another one who's a cutie beauty in her own right. She looks amazing.
She's great. Yeah.
Oof. That's my thing too.
She's
I think
smoking hot.
yes, if you have someone like that, besides the smoking hot factor, I think she definitely has a vision with what she's doing. And I think we're seeing a lot of her vision coming to the light.
Yeah, I think she's got big plans for the future.
And speaking of big plans, I mean, you and Robyn Quinn, watching this bout back, you slammed her, you choked her, you got her in an armbar, a little cross arm breaker action. I mean,
Yeah.
this poor girl and her toenail. I mean, you have a little toe malfunction at the junction, and then at the end of the fight, she's slapping the referee, and I'm like, what the hell? Now, your thoughts.
Dramatic.
I know your thoughts going into this because the whole thing was just fantastic. But talk about facing Robyn because Robyn definitely, I got to tell you, even in loss, she definitely put up a fight.
With Robyn's toe, the medical team are here working on it. What happened to your toe? Ripped off your toenail. Cheeky. Listen, guys, before the end of the night, anyone that wants to buy Robyn's toenail is for sale, okay? Just put your bids in. Robyn is refused to give up. She is refusing to give up in this. She will not stop. She's got the will of a champion, and that is time. I don't know what's going in there right now. Robyn, she seemed to be unhappy with the decision. She's not happy. You can't really put hands on the referee. It's not acceptable. Oh, and she slaps him. Security!
Robyn was feisty. Now, I hadn't fought Robyn before. I didn't know much about her. But we met for the face-off a couple of weeks before. And she's a lovely girl, really lovely, really bubbly, really friendly, and we got on well until we got into the ring.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, and it just exploded, didn't it? And I was slamming her, armbar, choking her, and yeah, the toenail came off, and yeah, it was wild. A very explosive match, a very, very good match. She put up a great fight. She had a lot of fire in her belly, very feisty, but wasn't quite enough to beat me. And
Well,
I kicked her ass for her.
well, first off, congratulations on the win on that front. You definitely well-deserved
Thank
heart-fought win.
you.
You're welcome. But Robyn definitely, I think, with such poise and such just overall feistiness, I think she definitely has a lot of potential going forward. I mean, she didn't give up. She got right at you. She stayed coming. But I got to tell you, I understand things happen. Like with LFC, we always see wardrobe malfunction sometimes. But I think this is probably the first time I've ever seen something going down with the toenail, man. Like a toenail. And we saw the close-up of the foot. I was like, my God, this woman's toenail.
Yeah, it wasn't all my fault. I didn't go ripping it off on purpose or anything like that. I think she'd got an injury a couple of weeks before, and the nail was bruised and it was kind of loose on the toe. And then when we were fighting, it just kind of flipped off. So yeah, it wasn't as I wasn't as vicious as people thought.
Well, I got to say, that even gives me more kudos. And shout out to Robyn for a great fight, but also fighting through the injuries, man. That definitely
Yeah,
shows a
yes, she
warrior.
carried on. Yeah, like I say, she's got fire in her belly, that girl has. She carried on. She didn't give up. She put up a really good fight. It's a great match.
But slapping the ref at the end there, man, like, what? Like right in the face.
Yeah, I think in the heat of the moment, all the emotions just probably just kind of exploded.
Oh my goodness. But I got to tell you, if you guys have not checked out Fight Night 3, just go out of your way and watch it because it was such an extraordinary event. You see a lot of the girls that you saw in the LFC UK events on there, much like Saskia, much like Phoenix Star, much like Mel Fire. So many great people on that event, man.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, great event. Lots of big names. And keep an eye out for Fight Night 4, which is being arranged fairly soon. So that'll be another big event.
Absolutely. And check out all these amazing women. We got MMA TV Live out there. We got so many places where you could check out this amazing event. I think these events, much like the MWM, the LFC, it just gets bigger and bigger to see in the fight game across the UK and across international waters. So I got to tell you, if you go across the pond, definitely go out of your way to check out these events. And look at this one over here, just slamming people, arm bars, choking people. You're a savage, man. You're a savage.
I'm a pussycat, really.
I gotta tell you now, we definitely have to get you in the LFC ring, make that transition from ref to the ring.
I'd love to. I
Now-
really, really would love to. Maybe one day. One day it will happen.
I think it will. And I mean, I got to tell you something. After what we saw at the LFC UK events, I got to definitely say this, and I'm going to put this into the universe, and hopefully it happens. We got to see you and Got Delilah in the LFC auspices. My goodness gracious. After all of
that would be great. That would be great. Now, I have had a match with Goff Delilah a long time ago. It's about 4 years ago, and I was only just started doing jiu-jitsu. So I was pretty new. And she absolutely thrashed me. She kicked my ass for me. She really did. So it'd be interesting to see if we did have another match, how much probably we've both progressed since then. So it'd be interesting.
I mean, you and GD definitely will have a great bout nonetheless. And I mean, evolution is key. And I mean, that was 5 years ago. So I mean, 5 years later, or how many years later, you guys have definitely had the experience.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah, chances are she'd probably still kick my ass for me again, but I put up a bit more of a fight this time. I make her work for it a bit more this time.
Absolutely. And if you guys have not checked out the Gothic one over there doing her thing, whether she's going against Riley Jade or Gypsy Mac at LFC or just in general, I got to tell you, we talk about women you don't want to get into an alley fight with. That one right there, I'm turning the other way. She's a beauty cutie, but god dang it, man, I'm turning the other way. I've seen what she could do. Oh,
yeah, terrifying.
I still laugh because, of course, Coach Joel Kane, the coach of the U.S. team, during the fight game, I got to tell you, one of the funniest things ever. Very entertaining character. Definitely go out of your way and check out all the LFC presentation. But he definitely went out of his way. I think he called Got Delilah at one point Marilyn Manson, which I laugh, but at the same time, too, oh my God. I can't unsee it now because all I see is Tainted Love and the beautiful people and all the Manson hits. Yes.
Yeah, but knowing Gov, she would have been pleased with that. She would have liked that.
Yes, absolutely. I think she even said on the show that she did, but I got to tell you, I laughed.
Yeah.
Definitely made for a great moment. But,
yeah, she'd have loved that.
I think another one a lot of us would like to see. I mean, we mentioned her recently, who you've been in there with. I got to say, you and Nadia Sapphire would be very interesting. The Graps would definitely be there. You're a grappler. She's got the grappling technician vibes.
Yeah, that would be good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think from the grappling side too, I think you've really nailed that. I mean, for God's sake, woman, you're putting on guillotine chokes like they're nothing over here. You're definitely getting the graps going.
Yeah, the guillotine choke is one of my favourites.
Definitely.
Guillotine and a rear naked choke. Yeah, classic.
Are you definitely really finding yourself within the grappling style? Because, I mean, it's a tale as old as time from the catch-as-catch-can wrestling and the submission style. But the graps are definitely one of the things that really is so traditional about wrestling, learning the grappling, the basics, so to speak, the 101s on professional wrestling.
Yeah, and there's just something really about grappling. It just makes you feel so good, and yeah, it's just great. Everything about it, I love it.
And I got to tell you something, whether it comes to being great and loving it, we do love what you do, Miss Saskia Sharman, and everything that we've got to see you thus far. I got to tell you, I can't wait to see where your journey takes you next, because you were definitely on the right track and you were definitely killing it in all aspects.
I know, how exciting what's going to happen in the future.
Well, we do have this LFC Academy Europe, and I got to tell you something. If we don't see you competing at an LFC event in the near future, I'm going to cry. Literally, I might get a little emotional up in here, because we definitely need some. We definitely need some. Yes, we definitely need some Saskia Sharman on our LFC radar.
All right then. We need to make that happen, don't we?
Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm all for
I
it.
need to get myself over to Italy.
Well, I got to tell you something. Wherever you do go, and just you're always welcome on this platform. I always love having these fun conversations with you. I'd love to have you back for another round.
Thank you. It's a pleasure talking to you.
You're very welcome. And before we close this thing out, we have Saskia here promote her social media. Love always asking this question to close it out. And I got to tell you something, man, with these pearls of wisdom that you're getting, whether it be bluntly or just overall impactfully, you definitely have a lot of knowledge about what you do. So I got to ask you, for the pearls of wisdom, what advice would you give to anyone who wants to get into wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and what have you? And as a part two to that question, what are some of the things that you're grateful for thus far within your tenure in life in itself?
So to answer the first question, a really good piece of advice when you first start anything, especially jiu-jitsu, wrestling, combat sports, anything like that, comparison is the thief of joy, and you're on your own journey in it. And it may take bloody forever, but you'll get there. And what I'm grateful for so many things in my life. I practice gratitude every single day. I'm grateful that I can have a career out of my wrestling, my jiu-jitsu, my ball busting, so that I don't have to spend 50 hours a week working some shitty minimum wage job just to pay my rent. So I'm very, very grateful that it gives me the money and the time and freedom that it gives me in my life as well.
Beautifully and eloquently said. I love that. I've felt every bit of that, and especially in the groin area, because I got to say, the ball busting side of things, man, you feel the inspiration come from it. I'm glad that I can have the opportunity to kick you in the nuts.
Anytime.
Oh my goodness gracious. But I love that. And I got to say, definitely, like you mentioned earlier in the program, not only are you just a savage in the ring, but you're definitely a sweetheart. You're a pussycat in your own right, but it's a lot of love. And I got to say, I love what you do.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And before we close this out, ma'am, where can we follow you on the social media front? The floor is yours. Please go ahead.
So I'm on X at Saskia Sharman, and Instagram Saskia_Sharman_.
Links will be in the description below. And I will say this, y'all, if you are not checking out LFC and you want to see some amazing UK action, go to lfcfights.com and check out the UK events as well as so many great events. Like we mentioned during the show, we'll be going to Italy very, very soon. So please check out that event. And LFC Network is now on Roku, where you get to see this podcast, Tommy Ballard, Sketchy and Funny, all the amazing LFC events. This one over here looking as only as she can look as one of the sexiest refs in the UK, and so much more. So please go out of your way and follow all of LFC's links, as well as subscribe to yours truly, S&M Network shows on the YouTube channel. And Saskia, do you have any final words for the LFC peeps in the LFC universe?
Yeah, it'll be me soon next year.
Damn straight. I like that. I like that a lot. Well, folks, as I always say, life's an art form. We're always applying our crafts. Continue to paint your canvas and apply your craft in amazing fashion. And much like the title of this show and my mindset, beauty, strength, and dominance, the three key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And Miss Saskia Sharman, I include you in those sentiments. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.